Hello everyone, welcome to the daily newspaper analysis brought to you by Shankar IAS Academy, 28th March 2025. Displayed here are the list of topics for the discussion. The first topic, the third battle of Panipat. The second topic, Commission on Genetic Resource for Food and Agriculture. The third topic, Social Security. And the fourth topic, Public Account Committee. So without much delay, let's get into our discussion with the first topic. Maharashtra CM Devendra Fadnavis also informed the House that the state government is constructing a memorial for Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj in Agra. And in the meeting, Maharashtra CM also mentioned that the third battle of Panipat was a testament to the bravery of the Marathas and not a reminder of their defeat. So the topic for the discussion is third battle of Panipat. So the third battle of Panipat, a pivotal battle in the Indian history with the long-term implications. And if you're looking into the UPSC syllabus, you can see the questions related to the third battle of Panipat or the Marathas can be expected in prelims in under the topic history of India, and in the mains you can expect questions in GS paper 1 under the topic modern Indian history. So coming to the topic, you can see that if you look into the history, you can see three important battles fought in Panipat. First battle of Panipat, which was fought in the year 1526 between Saharuddin Babar and Ibrahim Lodi, and that resulted into the defeat of Lodi dynasty and the establishment of the Mughal rule in India. And the second battle of Panipat, which was fought in the year 1556 between Jalaluddin Akbar and Hemachandra Vikramaditya, and that resulted into the defeat of Hemachandra Vikramaditya and the further strengthening of the Mughal rule in India. And if you look into the third battle of Panipat, which was fought in the year 1761, and that was between the Marathas and the Afghans. The Afghans were led by Ahmad Shah Abdali or Ahmad Shah Durrani, and Ahmad Shah Abdali also had support from the Afghan rulers in the Indian subcontinent as well. For example, the Rohilla Khand or the ruler supported the Ahmad Shah Abdali. And while on the side, you can see that the Marathas were supported, they fought under the leadership of Sadashiva Rao. Coming to the background, you can see to understand about the relevance or the significance of the third battle of Panipat, you should have a basic understanding about or an idea about who were Marathas and who strengthened them, what is their history. So the Marathas were a group of people lived in the Deccan Plateau, especially in the rain shadow region for a very long time, and most of them were engaged in agriculture. And in 1630, a person called Shivaji, he was born, and his mother's name was Jijabai. And he strengthened the Maratha, he united them, and in the course of unification, he had to fight against the Bahmani kingdoms as well as against the Mughals. And the famous conflict you might have heard about, the conflict between the Afzal Khan and the Shivaji. And you can see that in 1674, after engaging in prolonged conflict with the Aurangzeb government and also against the Bahmani kingdoms, in 1674, Chhatrapati Shivaji, he ascended the throne and established the Maratha kingdom. And after 6 years, that is in 1680, Chhatrapati Shivaji passed away. And you can see that after that, the Mughals again strengthened their power in the Deccan and destroyed the Maratha rule for some time. But that resulted into the Maratha War of Independence, because the Marathas had a strong feeling of oneness. In another sense, you can say Maratha nationalism was there at the time. And you can see that after that, in 1707, the Aurangzeb died, and Marathas, they regained their power fully. And you can see that by the time the Peshwas, that means the Prime Minister post, ascended the power, and Madhava Rao was the first Peshwa, and under his leadership, the Marathas, advanced further. And after that, the Peshwaship was succeeded by his son Bajirao, and later Balaji Bajirao ascended the Peshwa post. So you can see that during the time of Balaji Bajirao only, the third battle of Panipat was fought. Okay, that was in the year 1761, and you can see that is because the conquest of the Marathas. That means in between, you can see that the Marathas even defeated during the time of Bajirao. The Marathas, they even defeated the Mughal army led by Nizamul Mulk. That not in one time, they defeated them twice. First was between 1728-29, and the second was between 1738-39. In both battles, the Mughal army were defeated by the Marathas under the leadership of Bajirao. And Bajirao post, like I mentioned, Bajirao post was later ascended by his, succeeded by his son, that was Balaji Bajirao. And you can see under his leadership also the the Marathas expanded significantly, and especially the expansion got rapid after the decline of the Mughal Empire. and you can see that brought them in conflict with the Ahmad Shah Abdali. And so coming to the location and the timeline, you can see that the battle was fought on January 14, 1761, location Panipat. It is about 95 kilometer north of Delhi. So here you can see the map. And coming to the parties involved in this battle, first one was Maratha Empire led by Sadashiva Rao, and the next is Afghan coalition. That means Ahmad Shah Abdali, the Afghanistan ruler, and the Rohilakand ruling dynasty also supported the Ahmad Shah Abdali, and Shahjud-Dawla, the Nawab of Oudh, also supported Ahmad Shah Abdali. And what was the causes for this battle? Like I mentioned, the expansionist policy of the Marathas, and that is Maratha under the Balaji Bajirao invaded Punjab in 1758, and that brought the Marathas in close to the Ahmad Shah Abdali empire, and that resulted into the battle between the third battle between the Ahmad Shah Abdali and the Marathas. Coming to the military strength and strategy, the Marathas, they had a feeling of you can see a strong feeling of fraternity among them. So that's why the Marathas were supported by the French. But on the other side, the Afghan coalition, they had a heavy cavalry and artillery, and you can see Sambark and Jaisil. So Sambark means cavalry, and Jaisil means artillery. So not these terms, you can expect the terms as questions in UPSC prelims. And what was the outcome of the battle? The Ahmad Shah Durrani or Abdali emerged victorious, and after the battle, nearly 4,000 plus Maratha prisoners were slaughtered, and the Maratha expansion in the North India was halted temporarily. And you can see that after the third battle of Panipat in 1761, the Maratha empire also got separated or splitted into different factions, like Nagpur faction, Pune faction, Kadiawar, there was another faction. So like that, different, it got splitted into different faction, and that further weakened the Maratha rule in India. And finally, the Maratha, the third, and you can see in between the Marathas, they also engaged in battle against the British. That is known as Anglo-Maratha War. And finally, in the third Anglo-Maratha War, that time the Peshwa was Bajirao II, and that time the Marathas were totally defeated by the British, and Marathas were finally forced to sign the subsidiary alliance. So in this topic, we discussed the third Panipat War. So based on our discussion, try to answer this prelims practice question. The question is, it's a match the following question. So list A, it refers to a group or a person: Ahmad Shah Durrani, Sadashiva Rao, Shahjud-Dawla, Najibud-Dawla. So list 2, their role in the battle. So 1, commander-in-chief of the Marathas, and 2, leader of Afghan force, Nawab of Oudh allied with Ahmad Shah Durrani, and Rohilla Afghan leader who supported Ahmad Shah Durrani. So it's a match the following question, and you can see that it's very easy. So Ahmad Shah Durrani was the leader of Afghan force. So A goes to 2, and Sadashiva Rao, he led the Marathas in the third battle of Panipat, and Shahjud-Dawla, the Nawab of Oudh, allied with the Afghan ruler. So C goes to 3, and Najibud-Dawla, Rohilla Afghan leader who supported Ahmad Shah Durrani. And this Rohillas, actually they lived, it's a kingdom located between the Bengal and Oudh. Okay, and later the British government under Warren Hastings defeated and destroyed the Rohilakand. And for that, Warren Hastings had to face trial in Britain, but no actions were taken. And the 1773 Regulating Act was a result. One of the reasons for the Regulating Act of 1773 was the Rohilakand war. Yes, the options are A goes to 2, B goes to 1, C 3, and D 4. So the correct answer is option A. So with this, we will move to the next article. Countries to discuss conservation of genetic resource for food, agriculture at CGRFA. What is CGRFA? That is Commission on Genetic Resource for Food and Agriculture, and 20. That means the 20th meeting of this commission will be held in Rome in Italy, and the parties are coming together to discuss the matters associated with the food security as well as climate change. So we know that in prelims, you can expect questions related to this from the topic general issues on biodiversity and the environment, and in the mains GS paper 3, you can expect questions from biodiversity and agriculture. So let us discuss more about this commission from the prelims point of view. So first, we are going to see an overview about the commission. So it is only a permanent intergovernmental body for addressing the problems or issues associated with the biological diversity for food and agriculture. So permanent intergovernmental body. We have other permanent intergovernmental bodies like United Nations, World Trade Organization and all, but this is the only permanent body that we have to address issues associated with the biological diversity for food and agriculture. So the objective of this organization is to ensure the food security in a phase of rapid or accelerated climate change. So it is established by the Food and Agriculture Organization in 1983, and it is headquartered in Rome in Italy. And coming to the membership, nearly 179 member countries are there, plus European Union, and India is a member to this organization. So not that India is a member to this organization. And the next, coming to the objectives of this organization, you can see the first major objective of this organization is to bring an international consensus on sustainable use and conservation of genetic resource for food and agriculture. And the next major objective is to ensure fair and equitable sharing of benefits from the use. We know that due to the development in the biotechnology, every day we can say that we are developing climate resilient crops and seeds, but at the same time it is very important to ensure that the benefits from this developments are reaching everywhere. And coming to the scope, initially the organization was focusing only on plant genetic resource, but now it is expanded beyond plant, and it is inquiring into animal, forest, aquatic, microbial, invertebrate genetic resource. So coming to the key functions of this organization, it addresses food security, nutrition, climate change, and climate change adaptation. And it also monitors status of genetic resource and implementation of policies. So this is a two important function. And the next is reports and global action plan. So the first report on the state of world animal genetic resource was published by this organization in the year 2007, and this resulted into the global action plan for the animal genetic resource in 2007. And the second report on the world's animal genetic resource was published in 2015. And related to this organization, we have a treaty, that is International Treaty on Plant Genetic Resource for Food and Agriculture, and this was adopted in the year 2001, and it ensures conservation, access and management of plant resource, and it also supports the development of new crop varieties for food security. And coming to the importance of the treaty, that is International Treaty on Plant Genetic Resource for Food and Agriculture, it provides solution for crop diversity laws and climate change adaptation, and it also uses mechanisms like multilateral system and benefit sharing fund to address the problems like the climate change and the loss of biodiversity. So in this topic we discussed about the commission, that is Commission on Genetic Resource for Food and Agriculture. So based on our discussion, try to answer this prelims practice question. The question is, with reference to the Commission on Genetic Resource for Food and Agriculture, consider the following statements. The statement 1, it is the only permanent intergovernmental body that exclusively focus on plant genetic resource for food and agriculture. And Statement 2, the commission was established by the United Nations Environment Program in 1983 to address concerns related to the biodiversity laws, and India is a member to this commission. Statement 3. And Statement 4, the International Treaty on Plant Genetic Resource for Food and Agriculture is legally binding and was adopted under the commission's framework. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? The correct answer is option B, 3 and 4 only. India is a member to this commission, and the International Treaty on Plant Genetic Resource for Food and Agriculture is legally binding and was adopted under the commission's framework. Yes, the correct answer is option B. So it is only permanent intergovernmental body that exclusively focuses on plant genetic resource for food and agriculture. See, currently it is wrong because it is focusing beyond the plants. Like I mentioned, initially it was focused only on plants, but now it is focusing beyond the plants, and therefore this statement is wrong. And the commission was established by the United Nations Environment Program. No, actually it is established by the FAO, that is Food and Agriculture Organization, but the year is correct. Statement is entirely correct, but the thing is, it is not by the United Nations Environment Program, it is by the Food and Agriculture Organization. So there the statement 2 also goes wrong, and the statement 3 and statement 4 is correct. So with this we will move to the next article. India's social protection net expands. Mansukh Mandaviya. The article is taken from the newspaper The Hindu. Recently a study was conducted in collaboration with the ILO by the Union Labour Ministry, and the study found that nearly 92 crore people, that is around 65% of India's population, is benefiting from at least one social protection scheme. and the World Social Protection Report published by the ILO. So remember, the World Social Protection Report is published by ILO. Sometimes you can expect questions related to this. Sometimes there will be questions like which of the following organizations releases the World Social Protection Report, and remember, it is ILO, and this report found that India's social protection coverage has doubled between 2021 and 24. For example, if you take the 92 crore or the 65% of the population in 2021, only 24% benefited from cash benefits, but now it is 48. And now we are going to see that how this topic is relevant to UPSC. In prelims, you can expect the questions related to this topic from the topics like Indian polity and governance, and in the mains GS paper 1 under the topic social empowerment, you can expect questions related to social security, and in GS paper 3 also you can expect questions related to social security from the topic government policies and intervention. So let us discuss more about the social security. What are the constitutional framework that we have in India related to social security, and what are the important schemes or measures taken by the government of India to ensure the social security in India. So let us discuss more about it. So social security. So first we will see the benefit. It's a legal protection which guarantees access to healthcare and other basic necessities to individuals and household in a nation, and it covers the various sections of the population like old age population, unemployed people, people suffering from work injuries and chronic illness, pregnant ladies, and also it provides protection to the households which lost the breadwinner. For example, the widow pension is an example of this. And coming to the types of social security, first is the direct cash benefits. It includes pensions, employment benefits and all, and the social security in the form of kind, that includes subsidized food, healthcare and housing support to the people, and employment based schemes are there. For example, the employment provident fund, MG Narega are the examples of. So coming to the constitutional framework in India which guarantees the social protection to the people, first we have the article 21 which guarantees right to life with dignity, and that also includes social security, and also it ensures right to healthy environment, right to health, and everything is everything can be derived from the article 21. And the next we have the directive principles of the state policy. The directive principles of the state policy, it is a concept derived from the Irish constitution. These are the certain directions given by the constitution to the government when these are the principles the government has to consider when they are framing a legislation. So the article 41 which guarantees right to work, education and public assistance, and article 42 which guarantees just and human working condition for the people, and the article 43 guarantees living wage and social security for the workers. So these are the important constitutional provisions that are related to the social security in India. And moving on, legal framework, we have the Employees Provident Fund Act 1952 which guarantees provident fund, pension and family pension to the people. And the next we have the Employees State Insurance Act 1948 which provides medical, maternity and benefits to the disabled population as well. And the next we have the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972 which provides a particular amount to the employees, long-term employees, when they retire from their posting or from the service. And the next we have the Maternity Benefit Act 1961 which provides 26 weeks paid leave for the pregnant women. And the next we have the Compensation Act 1923 which guarantees compensation to the workers in case they suffer from any injury from the workplace, or if there is any death occurs, then the family will receive the compensation amount. And coming to the social security schemes for unorganized sector, we have to know that nearly 65% to 75% of the Indian population is currently working in unorganized sector. So therefore, it is a high time to consider their issues as well. So for that, we have Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, which guarantees, which provides life insurance to the people. And next we have the PM Suraksha Bima Yojana, which provides insurance coverage to the people suffering from disabilities. And the next we have the universal scheme, that is Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, which provides a coverage of up to 5 lakh per family in India. And next we have the PM Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Mandan Yojana, which provides old age pension. And next we have the eShram portal. It is a database of unorganized workers. So we know that the data of the unorganized workers is very important for targeted intervention from the government, and this eShram portal is for that, and you can register through this eShram portal and you can get the benefits from the government. And coming to the significance of the social security, so it helps in ensuring social security helps in reducing poverty and inequality. We know that poverty, the second goal of SDG. So we are moving closer to the SDG 2030, right? Just 5 years from now. So the ensuring social security is important for reducing poverty and inequality in the society, and it also ensures economic stability and social welfare of the people, and supports employment and workforce productivity. And the next is it strengthens India's progress towards sustainable development goal, because it resolves problems like poverty and ensures zero hunger and good health to the people. So in this topic we discussed social security. So based on our discussion, try to answer this prelims practice question. The question is, with reference to the social security schemes in India, consider the following statements. Statement 1, the Employees Provident Fund and Miscellaneous Provisions Act in 1952 applies only to the establishments with 20 or more workers and does not cover contractual or gig workers. And the statement 2, the Eastern Portal is a central database exclusively for migrant workers and it does not cover other categories of unorganized workers. And the statement 3, the Maternity Benefit Act in 1961 provides paid maternity leave benefits only for women working in formal sector. And statement 4, under the Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, there is no cap on the number of family members who can avail benefits. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? Option A, 1 and 2 only, option B, 3 and 4 only, and option C, 1, 2 and 3 only, and option D, 4 only. GST 2.0 needed to streamline procedures, EC complaints through tiered approach, PAC, that is Parliament's Public Account Committee. What is this news is all about? Recently, the Public Account Committee of the Parliament recommended to the Union Finance Ministry to go for a comprehensive review of the GST framework to bring certain changes to simplify the complaints procedures and also to address the concerns of the stakeholders. So let us discuss more about this article, and before that we have to understand how this article is relevant to UPSC. In prelims you can expect the questions from the topic economic and social development, and this topic is also relevant in the GS paper 3 in UPSC mains. So first we will see the Public Account Committee of the Parliament. It is established in the year 1921. The objective of this committee is to ensure the financial accountability and transparency. Therefore, it audits the government's revenue and expenditure. And recently, in the 19th report on GST, the committee called for a stakeholder-based consultation-based review. And what are the key issues highlighted by the committee? First is a complex complaints procedure, and often the people are facing criminal penalties for unintentional complaints errors. And the next is the certain challenges associated with Aadhaar-based authentication, and the committee also called for a more user-friendly GST system. And coming to the recommendations to the Finance Minister, you can see that the first is simplifying the GST return filing, that is consolidating forms, reducing filling frequency. Now coming to the PAC's recommendations to Finance Ministry, first is simplifying GST return filing. So that can be done through consolidating forms. So this helps in reducing frequent filing. And the next is tiered complaints framework for EC complaints for small business. One of the criticisms faced by the GST is that it is not inclusive, because it is ignoring the concerns of the small business people. And the next is the user-friendly GST portal to provide clear guidance and support. And the next is use of new technologies like AI and data analytics for revenue projection. And the next is transparent refund processing with fixed timelines and regular updates. And finally, the effective grievance redressal to address the concern of the people, and use of the case management system for real-time tracking of the pending cases and other records. So these are the major recommendations from PAC to the Finance Ministry. So first is simplifying the GST return filing. For that we have to consolidate the forms, and this helps in reducing the filing frequency. And the next is tiered complaints framework to develop the ease of doing business ambience for the small scale business people. And the next is developing a user-friendly GST portal for providing more clarity and support. And the next is using new technologies like AI for data analytics to predict the government revenue and expenditure. And the next is developing a transparent refund processing with fixed timelines and regular updates. And finally, effective grievance redressal process, that is using the case management system to track the real-time data about the pending cases and other digital GST records. So coming to the GST, so it is a static part. So coming to the GST, we know that it was implemented in the year 2017, and with the motto "One Nation, One Market, One Tax" through the 101st Constitutional Amendment. And Coming to the definition, we will see it is an indirect tax levied on goods and service for domestic consumption, and the type, it is not origin based, it is a destination based taxation, which means the tax will be levied at the place where the goods and service is consumed. And next, it is launched in the 1st July 2017 through the 101st Constitutional Amendment Act of 2016. And the next is the motto of the GST is One Nation, One Market, One Tax, and it aims to unify India's tax system and promote ease of doing ambience. And the next, it eliminates the cascading effect of multiple indirect taxation system. So coming to the constitutional provisions related to the goods and service tax, Article 246A, which guarantees concurrent power to the parliament and the state legislature to make legislations on GST. And next we have the Article 269A, which talks about the interstate GST. And finally we have the Article 279A, it established the GST Council, and we know that the chairman of the GST Council is the Union Finance Minister. So in this topic we discussed the Public Account Committee of the Parliament and GST. So based on our discussion, try to answer this prelims practice question. The question is, with reference to the Public Account Committee and the goods and service tax, consider the following statements. Statement 1, the Public Account Committee was established under the Government of India Act in 1935 and it is a constitutional body. And statement 2, the Public Account Committee has a power to summon ministers to explain financial irregularities detected in government expenditure. And statement 3, under Article 269A of the Constitution, revenue collected under the integrated goods and service tax is entirely credited to the Consolidated Fund of India. And the statement 4, the GST Council is a constitutional body and its recommendations are binding on the union and the state governments. Which of the following statements given above is or are correct? Option A, 1 and 3 only, option B, 2 and 4 only, option C, 3 and 4 only, and option D, none of the above. The correct answer is actually none of the above, because all the 4 statements are partially correct and partially wrong. So that's why none of the statements are entirely correct. That's why all the statements are above is incorrect, and therefore the answer is option D, none of the above. The Public Account Committee was established under the Government of India Act in 1935. It is wrong, because the Public Account Committee was established in the year 1921. So there is no possibility for that. And the Public Account Committee has a power to summon ministers to explain the financial irregularities. Definitely no, that statement is incorrect. And under 269A of the Constitution, revenue collected under the integrated goods and service tax is credited entirely to the Consolidated Fund of India. No. And the GST Council is a constitutional body and its recommendations are binding on the union and the state governments. Here the statement goes wrong. It is a constitutional body. Yes, it's a constitutional body established under Article 279A, but its recommendations are not binding. Therefore, the statement 4 is also incorrect. So the answer is none of the above. With this, we are coming to the conclusion for today's newspaper analysis. If you like the video, hit the like button, give your feedbacks as comments, and share this content with your friends. And before leaving this channel, don't forget to subscribe and also hit the bell icon to receive on-time update from Shankar IAS Academy. Thank you for listening to us. Thank you for listening to me. Have a nice day.